Hey fuckers, we're live. My boy Joker, y'all
What's up?
know
Straight
him.
from the metal fucking stream.
Yeah, I was a little disappointed with that the outcome with our guest, but shit
Well, it
happens.
happens, man. A lot of these musicians, they get a little, you know, just don't show up for stuff, and it's just, whatever.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Don't
Hey
take it
Jess,
personal.
Jess is
Hi,
here.
hi, Jessica. Don't take it personal, Dems.
Nah, I'm not going to. That's one of the reasons I kind of probably the shit I was saying about the ex, and then so us joking around. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna private that just in case.
I thought it was fine. I
Yeah.
told, come on, I
I,
want to trash him.
I was, Well, there we go. Decone sees I'm streaming. I got you, Decone. I don't know if you're watching, but here it comes. My kid likes you, Decone. All right, but yeah, one of the things I want to talk about. I was kind of giving Joker the rundown. There's this YouTuber. His name's Amos Yee. I don't know if some of you guys who watch this later or who's watching. What's up, Rico? but his name's Amos Yee. He was from Singapore, and he would like stand up for the Singapore people's rights because I guess they're a dictator, totalitarian state. And he ended up making a video where he just bashed the Quran and shit, and they threw him in jail, saying that he hurt, you know, religious people's feelings, pretty much. Yeah, dude, he was in there for months. Well, he gets out. They're busting his balls on like all of his videos. So somehow he escapes Singapore and comes to America. They granted him asylum, but then he ended up in jail. I forget why they threw him in jail, but he was in there for 5 months while they were debating on sending him back. Well, they just released him, and like I said, I like the guy. He's a crazy motherfucker. He doesn't give a shit. But he's just recently come out saying that he's against uh pedophilia being considered a crime, and that he believes that there is consensual sexual contact and all that with children that are 1 years old, but he doesn't believe in penetration until they're about 8, which I'm fucking floored. And his debate is, do you stick your child in a car knowing that it could be harmed? And like, it's I don't know. I don't even know if I want to link the video because all day today and yesterday he's been in debates with like what the fuck's the guy's name? He's pretty well known. I can't fuck.
Jimmy Kimmel.
I wouldn't be surprised if he actually ends up there. But no, he's been on all these crazy debates lately, dude. And the fucking shit he's just saying, like, I just totally I unsubbed him. I can't even fucking watch the shit. Like,
Lynch the prick.
yeah, he needs it. Like, dude, it blows. Like, how could you think that way?
I don't know. Well, I mean, yeah, you're allowed to express your, beliefs and ideas and stuff, and that's cool. But it doesn't mean I can't think you're a dirty scumbag. You know.
Right. Tell me how a fucking 1-year-old is going to consent to something like that. And he's saying that there's a difference between sexual abuse and consensual. Like, dude, they're children. They don't understand. Like, and then the guy said, "Well, tell me. I want you to tell me what would be consensual." And he said, "Okay, the kid's at a park, and a guy comes up, and they're buddies, and they get to know each other, and then the kid makes a move. How would a 5-year-old or a fucking kid make a move? They don't know that type of shit unless something has happened to them." And
Yeah.
he's saying that there's statistics proving that children get horny. Like, dude, are you fucking kidding me?
Unreal, man. Unfucking real. You got some.
He's gonna end up getting shot, dude. Like, I think he's lost probably about 15 subs in the last day, or 15,000. I mean, his name's Amos Yee. Yeah, look him up, Jess. He actually, I don't want to actually put his links in here, but I'll tell
Nah,
you just
don't do that.
Yeah, just go look him up. It's Amos Yee. He just had a debate. Hold on, I'll tell you the guy's name right now. The guy's pretty well known.
McNeil Mara report.
He did one with
Charlie Rose.
Andy Worski. That's his name, Andy Worski. I actually like Andy. He's a pretty good. He's in the skeptic community where they just talk shit on like politics or whatever's going on in the world. They give their 2 cents, and he's actually streaming right now with a bunch pedophilia debate with 5 skeptic YouTubers. Dude, this was the biggest mistake he could have ever made for his YouTube status. Like, he was killing it, like growing subs out the ass because of what he did. What he was doing was right, And everybody was like, wow, this dude's got some fucking steel nuts on him. And now he comes out with that. As a matter of fact, when he had just got released out of prison, he was invited to speak at Harvard. And then the dumbass mentions that on a video, and 3 days later, he's making a video how Harvard canceled his speech.
That's not a topic. I mean, yes, we are going through, some might say, a second sexual revolution where, the LGBTA sandwiches are coming around. And, a lot of people will accept that. But you know what people aren't going to accept? Children getting banged by adult males.
Right. I agree, Jess. It's nothing, I think what it is it will just blow your mind. His like what he compares it to. He like Andy Worski says, now if you see your 3-year-old about to touch a stove, are you gonna let him touch the stove to let him learn that it's hot and he shouldn't, or are you gonna smack his hand away? Of course you're gonna smack his hand away. Now yeah. And Amos goes, well, it's not the same thing because how do you know that child's not going to like consenting to an adult? Why would you smack his hand away when it's something he may enjoy? Blah, blah, blah. And that's when that Andy's like, because I'm not going to take the risk that it's something that's going to fucking traumatize him, you dumb prick, Like he's not going to enjoy it.
No, I mean, demented, sick thinking. And you could say, oh, well, your mind isn't open. And it's like, no, we're a fucking society.
Yeah.
And, like, things are getting very liberal in our society, but not that liberal, homie.
No. Yeah. I don't think I want. No, actually, no. I ain't even gonna say thing. I don't want to see the day that would be okay.
Oh, there'd be a revolution in my fucking. I just go out, go and run down the street.
I would be popping every motherfucker that. Dude, no, I got kids, and no fucking way. I would kill a motherfucker. There's no fucking 2 ways about it. My kid ever comes to me saying so and so did this, I'm gonna be free for however long it takes me to go kill the fucker and then fucking come get me. That's it. I'm done.
Little children, they're not capable of making a decision like that.
Right.
Hey, kid, do you want to drive? Yeah, I want to drive. A kid can't drive. He'll smash the car up in 2 seconds.
See, that's what he was saying. How did he fucking word it about you make a conscious decision to put your child in a car every day, and that the kid can't consent with being in the car, and how do you know you're not going to get into an accident and kill him, but you still, it's something along them, but it's the dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard.
That's like the old saying, apples and oranges. But like, what? Okay, that's like saying, okay, well, if you eat fish one night and then you go over to a farm and you get a ride on a cow. It's like, what are you talking about?
Right. I'm just like floored, dude. Like I said, I was really liking the guy until that, because like, dude, he had some fucking nuts on him, dude. Like he was getting, when he was still in Singapore, like he was damn near like, after he got out of jail, every time he put up a YouTube video, he was making another one saying about how the government's coming after him because I guess over there you can't say your government's a bunch of pieces of shit. And like I said, he got put in prison because he made this real long video on, how the book of Quran is bad. Like, it's evil. They talk about raping women and, you know, raping children and kill people that don't believe in it and all that shit. And he's like spelling it out. Like, he's reading the, you know, how it's worded, and then he's like explaining what it means. And then he's like, this is what I think of it. And he throws the Quran down and starts humping it. And he's like, fuck the Quran. Fuck, you know, they threw him in prison for that shit over there.
The other countries, man, they got some crazy laws, man, and you know, some people get thrown in a hole and never heard from again.
Yep. Jess, that's funny that you say that, because that Andy Worski, the one I watched earlier, that's all he kept saying to him is like, are you really believing this, or are you just a troll? Because he kept saying, so what? I can't believe you find it wrong that a 5-year-old would want to slap some dick. That's what he kept saying. And that Worski's like, I'm really starting to believe this is just, you're a troll and you're trying to get attention, blah, blah, blah. And there are people that think that. But if you watch the debate, he actually starts getting like angry that Andy Worski isn't like seeing eye to eye with him on it. Like, it's just so far. Like, I literally was listening to it driving, and I'm just like you said, shock value. I was just like, this, are you fucking kidding me? People really think like this?
There's people out there. Like, I remember, you know, like growing up listening to Howard Stern, he would call up the NAMBLA or the MAMBLA, like the Man Boy Love Association, and there would be this creepy guy like leaving a message about how men and boys and you know like don't fear and don't be ashamed, and it was just like super creepy. And then they sent that Stuttering John to, like they were having like a convention or something, and they sent Stuttering John to you know ask these crazy questions and stuff, and the guy was just he was just so creepy, man. um you know, but you know what's fucked is you know you hear about some of these like pedophile things in these other countries that go very high up, and probably here too. You know.
Yeah, see, I'm reading some of his comments in here because, like I said, he got granted asylum here. And the one guy said, Amos, I think you're going too far with. Wow, this guy's typing is just shit. I think you're going too far with you getting kicked out of the house for this. I think you should stop this and start bashing the Singapore government. Do what people like to watch, like how. Okay, that's not it. Welcome to the U.S. of A, Amos, where free speech is really free. So be prepared to just have pedos subscribe to your channel, and all of the decent people unsub. I will unsub from your channel as of now. To imagine your child being groped by anyone else. Is this guy groping kids? I'm starting to believe Amos is a pedophile. Which, you know what? You know, if I didn't even think of that really. I wouldn't be shocked.
Well, there should be some investigations going on about this.
I didn't even think about, you know, how he's really gonna screw himself with the people that are letting him live there. Like, they're gonna have to boot his ass. Because, you know, some people are gonna get pissed about, you know, they find out where he's at, they might want to fucking show up and hurt him.
Yeah, like let's say you find out that this dude lives in your neighborhood and you got kids, you know, and your neighbors got kids, and down the street they got kids. Now, some people are going to be a little upset to have somebody that has that opinion and is so open about it around their, you know. So, I mean, look, if I start saying stuff like crazy about the president, I'm going to get investigated, like how I want to do harm, or I want to do this, or I want to do that. I think if somebody's saying shit like that, they should be investigated a little bit. You know, maybe have the FBI take a peek into the goings on with this guy.
Oh, for sure, man. And it looks like he's just taking turns going on to all the big skeptic. I guarantee you, he's going to be on TJ Carty, Amazing Atheist. I guarantee it. And TJ is going to shit on him.
This kind of smells of a publicity stunt to me, but who knows?
Right. This is a bad one though, man. Because I have his social blade up right now, his real sub count, and it's just dropping, dude. Like, by 5 and 10 like every few seconds.
Oh, that's like the real time subs.
Yeah, you can watch it in real time, and he's dropping like a motherfucker. I hope this pedophile piece of trash gets deported back to Singapore where they throw his ass in prison, and I hope he gets euthanized.
Euthanized.
I'm not even going to watch Amos. I was with you all the way, but this pedo thing you keep pushing is just too much. Good luck on sub.
Well, I mean, that's kind of like being in a Christian band and then going, Satan ain't so bad.
Right? Oh, dude, I just don't see how anybody can talk like that. He be moving real fast. Fuck yeah, Charlie. I don't know how much you've seen Charlie, but this guy was from Singapore. He got thrown in prison for mocking the Quran and shit like that. When he got out of prison, he somehow snuck out of Singapore and was granted asylum here in the States. And he was doing a really cool thing, man. Like sticking up for rights and all that. And then he was actually invited to Harvard for his speech. And then he does a video where he's talking about how he believes pedophilia shouldn't be a crime, and that he believes in consensual sexual activity with children, even 1 year old, but doesn't believe in penetrating till about 8 when their organs are more developed, is what he said. Which is just I just don't see how the fuck somebody can think like that.
Well, that's like me saying, oh, you know what, man? Uh, I think it's okay to really like kind of coax a woman into having sex with you, or just kind of like force her a little bit, just to get her, just to make sure that she knows that it's just like sick shit.
Yeah, you can hold her down by the back of the neck, but if you hold her down by the front, where you're
Yeah,
kind of crossing a line.
yeah, you got to be gentle when you're forcing somebody to do something they don't want to do. And with children, they're not going to fight back because
Yeah, I mean, and
they're
plus they're
like
too little.
they're taught adults like, okay, well, that's an adult and they know. And um fucking I don't want people like that around. And I'm hey, look, we live in the States and you're allowed to have any opinion you want, but we also have laws, and
Right.
those laws, there's
Breaking news: TDM was caught tongue punching a 10-year-old's fart box. Right on, V Shady. We're actually talking about some weird fuck that's into the pedophilia shit. He actually lost fucking uh 290 subs today. Man, and it's shown the last he's just in the red, dude. 109 yesterday, 32, 117, 109, 209. Like, yeah, he's just dropping like a bad habit right now.
yeah, man.
It's just insane. Yeah.
Picture.
These comments are just fucking hilarious. Yeah, buddy. You want some juice? Hold on 1 second. I gotta grab my little man something to drink real quick.
Right on. Third and 13. Pittsburgh on their own 44-yard line, I'd say. 13 seconds on the play clock. 127 in the third quarter.
Yeah.
Back, left, scrambles,
Yeah.
right,
Who
incomplete.
you
Back on the play.
watching?
Oh, it's the Steelers, Bengals.
Steelers, Bengals. Any report on dude that got injured?
No, I mean I don't have the sound on, so I didn't hear anything. It
That's
looked bad,
crazy.
man. It looked bad, and I'm just hoping that it's just like a stinger, and everything, because it just kind of looked bad. I mean, when you see that, like the way he just grabbed his back and rolled over, and then just Like his upper body was moving, but his legs, like he didn't like kick it. You know, like when people are in pain, they're like, you know, kind of move their legs. They didn't move. I was like, oh
Yeah, I'm
shit.
gonna look up and see who that was.
One of the
Steelers.
linebackers starts with an S, and it's like a crazy name. I couldn't remember it.
Yeah, and I don't know. Mark Matt was talking about the Pens today. What I guess they're not doing that good. Oh, Ryan Shazier. Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's not too bad from what I understand.
Well,
I
he
don't
ain't
really
doing
watch the
it tonight.
Steelers all like that.
It was like 3 minutes game, and his night was over.
Oh yeah, they're talking about it on the local news actually.
It was pretty bad, man. Serious fucking. Looks very serious.
Yeah, yeah, that's not a good spot to get fucking all twitched up.
Football's a tough game,
Oh,
man.
you know, yep, Biker Charlie. Yeah, his name's Amos Yee, man. Like I said, if you go back, 6, 7 months ago, and you watch his videos, you'd be like, all right, because this dude, he looks like he's like 12, but he's an adult. He's from Singapore. And you would be like, wow, man, this dude's got some steel nutties on him. You go, dude. Fucking A, man. Power to the people. And then he turns around and does this shit. And you're like, you sick fuck. It's insane.
Go egg his house.
Yeah, see, I wish I knew where he lived. They're keeping it all hush hush where he's at.
I'd go egg his house right now.
Yeah. See, I wonder, do you think this is an offense that our country could be like, you know what, dude? You got to go back.
No, he's here. He's not a citizen. He has no rights. He's here as a he seeks an asylum. And if we're here saying, look, man, we don't want no creep. Go back to your country. He's not a citizen here. He has no rights, dude.
Yeah, because I guess the prosecutor or whatever you call them, because there was a lady that was like trying to tie up his asylum status, and that's why, like, I forget the reason he got like he got here to the States. He was all pumped. He made a couple videos, and then he just vanished. And
Well,
for
okay,
some reason, he got gripped up,
I
and they
have to
put him.
correct. I have to correct what I said. He has rights, but they're not like United States citizens' rights. Like as a foreign national coming in here seeking asylum, he could get like there'll be lawyers that will help him stay here. But if the government says, "Look, we don't want this guy here," so then they will have to go to court too. Because if he's trying to seek asylum, then there's going to have to be like a hearing. So he does have rights, but it's not like he's a citizen and a
Okay.
jury trial or anything. I mean, it's done in front of like a panel of judges and shit.
Yeah, because he was bitching. I forget it was some lady, not the judge, but a prosecutor type person, I guess. And she was like purposely stalling up the paperwork and all that shit. And that's why I think he said he was in there for 5 months when he got here. And then they released him. And somebody that was a fan of his videos that lives wherever the fuck he's at, uh, you know, went and picked him up and he's living in their basement.
Well, I'm going to basement window.
Go in there and drop a deuce through the window. Here you go, you sick fuck.
Dump a box of rats and let them like open just.
Right. And then the other thing, I mean, Josh, we kind of went off the rails there for a little bit on Metal Monday, but I wanted to bring up, dude, I think something's about to pop off with all the illegals at Phil's house for this last week.
Yeah.
They gotta be rehearsing for a fucking tour, dude. Like, they just dropped an album. Why would they all be together,
Yeah.
That's gonna be fucking killer, dude.
Phil's not a guy that's just like, hey, let's just have some fun, fellas. No, he's working, so he's like, okay, we got to go out. So there's something bubbling.
Oh yeah, dude. And it was funny because you could tell De Leon, man. I'm loving life for him right now, dude. Just imagine being in that guy's shoes. He's at the fucking King's house. Did you see the live video he put up while he was cooking food at Phil's?
No, I didn't. I'm not on his page.
Oh, he's at Phil's. They're cooking Sunday, football. There's like a bunch of people there, so they're cooking food. And Mike's showing himself cooking the food, and he
Saints
walks
game
on.
on?
What's that?
Was it the Saints game? Saints Carolina game?
Yeah, it was the Saints game was on because he goes out and he checks the grill, and as he comes in, he doesn't say anything, but he turns his phone, and you can see Phil lounged back, talking to somebody, and you can see the Saints game on the TV. I'm like, look at him, he's just fucking loving it right now. He's Phil in Selma's crib, cooking in his kitchen and shit. I mean, imagine that, dude. One day you're jamming in a fucking local band. And then the next thing you know, you're at the fucking King's house
Well, I
recording
mean,
where Downs recorded, and there's been Pantera tracks recorded, and
well, that's like my buddy Michael, like 19 years old. He gets a job singing for the Misfits, you know. And I mean, like in New Jersey, the Misfits are, you know, like holy shit, it's the Misfits, you know.
right?
And they were signed to Geffen Records. This kid's like 19, 20 years old. He's the singer for the Misfits. He's got a Geffen Records contract. He's got like all this stuff, and it's you know, and he just blew it, man. He just didn't appreciate what he had, and
Dude, I don't even know how long I would. I don't think I'd ever feel like it's real. You know what I'm saying?
well, you know, I mean, he toured with Megadeth. Like you know, he played with you know, like Typo, and he's played on like festivals like Rock in Rio, and um he's done like all these crazy things and met all these crazy people, you know, like big time guys, you know, like they would play shows that would be like with like metal bands because, you know, that era of them, and they would still play their own shows and headline, but they did a whole tour with Megadeth. I think they played with a couple of the other like metal bands.
Now, was Misfits looked at like, like, oh wait, if you're like, because I don't know how that shit really goes with that, scene, but you know how there's bands where like, oh, I'm into the old school, pre-Graves.
Yeah, there's definitely two distinct. You know, you have the Danzig era, Braves era, and then the Jerry era.
Okay. And what is everybody's favorite era? I'm assuming Danzig.
Danzig. You have a lot of Michael Graves fans out there, but the majority of the Misfits fans are Danzig. They sold out this place in LA in like under a minute
Oh, goddamn.
with Danzig, Doyle, Jerry Only. Um,
What
uh,
is it, Chud or something?
no, Dave Lombardo's on drums.
Oh, you talking about that one that's coming up?
Yeah, which is
Okay.
not best choice, I don't think, but not that he's
What?
gonna do it in any way. It's just not. He doesn't really know those beats at all. You know.
You talking about having Lombardo on the drums?
Yeah, he's not from that like, you know, where the Misfits beats are very, you know, kind of like Ramonesy and kind of, you know, he's more that just, you know, like power, you know, like double bass and
Right. You think this was more of a they grabbed him because of the name?
oh, Dave.
Yeah, like the Misfits grabbed him up because they think that might help sell tickets, or
Probably, but I think Danzig probably, you know, because Danzig probably knew him for years, you know,
oh fuck yeah,
and he
or maybe
probably
they're
asked him.
gonna
He said,
throw him
"Look,
a bone.
you know," because I don't think Glenn wanted to go in there by himself with like Jerry and Doyle. I think he wanted somebody like on his side. You know, I'm not saying on his side, but like somebody that he kind of, you know, was more on his wavelength. So
Right on.
it happened, and of course, like how are you going to say no to Dave Lombardo? You know,
Right. Well, did you hear what happened at the Slayer camp and why Dave quit? They're saying he was fired and then he quit. He uh he had wanted to be a partner, like as a business partner, and
like in yeah,
he was always looked at as just a drummer, and he
hired
was
hands.
there from the beginning. He was getting, I think it was, don't quote me on this now, but It was like he was getting like 10 grand a show, and then Carrie and Tom Araya are getting like 70,000 a show. And when he
Yeah,
actually heard the real numbers, he came up to him and was like, "Look, I want to be a partner. I want an even split, or I'm fucking rolling." And they were like, "Well, dude, you're not a partner. You're a drummer. You left, and we had, so and so fucking do it." And they wouldn't give him the fucking an even split. So he fucking rolled. He was like, "All right, fuck you." They said that after he came to him like that, they fired him. He said he gave him the ultimatum, and they said, "Fuck you." So he left.
that's cool. What year was that?
Shit. How long has it been now? We had Paul Bostaff on.
Because I remember it was like, I don't know, 91, 92. I remember Slayer, like one of the girls in cosmetology school was talking about how Slayer's getting a new drummer.
Well, he left. This, like I said, he had left for a while, and Paul Bostaff, I forget how to fucking say his name, filled in, and then I
He's
want
just a
to
drummer.
say,
Who cares?
yeah. No, that's exactly how Slayer was looking at it. But Dave Lombardo was the original. When they came out, he was the guy. He was their drummer. And then some shit went down, I guess, back then too. But I think he came back for the God Hates Us All album, which I actually liked that album. A lot of people don't like that. You know, that was actually the first time I heard Chimera was on the God Hates Us All tour.
Oh, okay.
It was them and an American Head Charge. And American Head Charge just their bassist just died. We did we talked about it on the show a couple weeks ago. But yeah, dude, that's fucking crazy, man. I would be so jacked off to hear that. Here you are getting 10K a show, which is still fucking killer, man. But then you find out your fucking singer and your Carrie King are bringing in 70K a show. And I'm like, what?
Yeah, drummer works harder than everybody. But you know what? What I don't like about that whole situation is drummer is a big part of the sound. And if you change a drummer, the sound change. Look at, the first Guns N' Roses album to the second one, and they got the different drummer. I mean, I remember when we went from our original drummer, who was like a classic straight ahead punk drummer, and the new kid that came in was more like a '90s kind of poppy drummer.
Right.
I didn't like it, but you know.
No, man, the drummer is the one that holds the fucking tempo and everything for the fucking songs, man. Like, and then you got the bassist who's feeding off the fucking drummer.
I would always tell him, I was like, every show you speed up from the beginning. You just keep speeding up. Stop it. He's like, what? What am I doing? I was like, you just keep speeding up. Like you just, and he eventually learned not to do that, but that was after the Bolsheviks and we're playing in another band. But I didn't like that. I was like, dude.
Yeah, I bet, man. I mean,
I know
fuck.
you're 16 and you're fucking still in high school, but don't fuck my shit up.
Yeah, man, because that's what's going on, dude. Like, fucking the drummer's the one holding it down, man. Like, and then if everybody's playing catch up,
Well, I thought it must be pretty cool because the original band, Jimmy was like 16, Dennis was 17, and me and Alex were in our 20s. And we're like playing shows, we're in the studio, and these kids are like going to high school the next fucking day. And then we started doing really good. And Jimmy left and my buddy Alex left. And then we got this dude, Frank, and his brother Rennie, and Rennie was 16 still in school. And we'd be like over the summer going on like a 2-week like journey of playing shows. So this kid would, play in in New York City, like New Jersey, Connecticut, then take a ride from New York to Chicago, playing shows along the way, and I mean, then go to school.
dude. See, man, I like I said, I mean, I don't want to sound all weird saying this, but that's one thing I envy about you and Josh was the playing the shows, man. Like growing up, especially jamming a fucking Pantera, dude. Like even Metallica way back then. And I'm like, man, these guys are fucking, this is awesome. And I'm watching behind the scenes shit. I'm like, I want to be in a band. And I tried it and all that. And like I said, I just can't deal with people. But I got that little taste of getting up to do a collab with a band. And that 4 minutes of being up there was just, I loved it. And for you guys who have actually gotten to write your shit and play your shit, and dude, that's just so awesome.
Well, I got a fun story for you. Okay, so my buddies had a band called Valmont, and I think I have this old demo actually like right here. Valmont, like right there, everybody. And they were like a goth band, and I met them. I met these fucking broads, and they're like, "Hey, our friend's band is looking for a drummer. Do you know anybody?" I was like, "Yeah, I know somebody." So I introduced my buddy to him, who was like, Mr. Jimi Hendrix, but he just wanted to play in a band, and he had just like this party house. So that band Valmont, like the goth band, came over, and they had like they just started bringing like all over like these like some of their goth friends, and me and Alex would just be there with like punk rock friends, and we just all get drunk, and their band would practice, and then we just get all fucked up and just like rock out, and then they needed members, and then they said they wanted to add a second guitar player, and they said, Joker, do you want to do it? And I was like, yeah, man, that's cool, because like I seen him play a million times, and so I played like 3 or 4 shows with them, no big deal. Fucking 4 people were there. Then we get a phone call and said, we're from so-and-so promotion. And you hear this a lot, like where people are like, yeah, I'm a promoter and I'll get you this and I'll get you on here. And we want $3,000. So
what?
Yeah. It's just like some scam. Like, these people pull off because they think, like these kids come off they think you have dreams of stardom and they can help you get there if you pay them, it's bullshit. It's a scam. But anyway, so we get a call from this promoter. Not we. I mean, I was just in the band. I think I wrote a couple songs, but it wasn't my band. And we want you to open up for Dee Dee Ramone at I don't remember the place. It's not even there anymore. And we're like, okay, what's the catch? No catch. Like, no, we want you guys. So we played with the Undead, which Bobby Steele from the Misfits, his band, and then we played, and then Dee Dee Ramone played, like the headline the show.
Holy fuck!
So we got there, we had to do sound check. So we get there for sound check, and we're doing that, and then you got hours to kill. But we're in New York City, so I'm like, all right, boys, and Michael Graves was with me, and we was like partners in that band. And the other guys were kind of scared to like go outside and walk down the streets and stuff because they were like, oh man, we don't know where we are. And I'm like, fuck that. I was like, Michael, come on, let's go get something to eat. So we went down to my homie's house, which is like maybe about 4 blocks down and 2 blocks over. So we just started like smoking weed. We got some Chinese food. We started drinking. And then so we stumbled back. We're like, all right. So we gave the girls like little passes so they could get into the show. And we're like, all right, so we're stumbling back, right? And I just remember seeing a fucking line just going down the block. And I'm like, hey, look at these pricks. And then I realized that they're waiting to get into the show. And I'm like, oh, fuck, So we step over the ropes like big shots, and then you hear people like, oh, who are those guys? We just step over the ropes, and the guy's like, hey, boys, so we just like walk right in. I just like go backstage. There's like a room, like a backstage room, and we're hanging back there, giggling and laughing and throwing stuff at each other. And, we're tuning up our guitars, strumming them. I'm sneaking in the bathroom, smoking weed, and they're going, are you smoking weed? And I'm like, and so finally they're like, okay, boys, you get the guy with the flashlight. So from the dressing room, you walk through this dark fucking hallway. You walk up these stairs, you get on stage, and there's a curtain, right? and there's no lights on. Then the guy's like, all right, man, get your shit, stand there. And so all of a sudden, the curtain opens and the place is fucking packed. And I was like,
Oh,
oh,
man.
oh my goodness. I've never played a show like that before. And all I could see was like people like everywhere. And then the lights went bling and we started our little intro. But once the lights hit, you couldn't even see, like, you could see like three heads deep, you know? But holy fuck. I was like, I must have looked like a deer in the headlights when that curtain opened up.
Oh, I bet, man. What was the crowd reaction like? Killer and all that? Like,
Oh yeah, they dug it, man. They really dug it.
fucking A, dude.
I got to meet Dee Dee Ramone. It was really cool.
Dude, that is sick.
Because then right after we did our sound check, he did his sound check. So I was just kind of like hanging out, just kind of watching, like on the side. And he's like looking around, and he was kind of just like looking like left and right, just kind of, it looked like he was looking for somebody to talk to. I go, hey, Dee Dee. He goes, hey, man, how you doing? I'm like, oh, sounds good, man. The new stuff sounds good, man. He goes, yeah, I'm just playing some classics tonight. It just looked like he wanted to chat. So I got to chat with him for a couple minutes. And he was like, oh, are you playing here? I'm like, yeah. He's like, oh, what band you in? So I'm like, oh, Valmont. He goes, hey.
Still, though, dude, I mean,
Fucking Dee Dee Ramone, homie.
yeah, dude. Shit.
I got to meet Joey, too.
Which one did you? Was it Dee Dee? You said he was the real cool one.
Yeah, Dee Dee was real cool. Joey was like, dude, he was like super cool. I mean, but he was like a little, he's like, kind of like, kind of shy and, kind of a little reserved, but the sweetest guy, man. Dee Dee was just like really cool, really nice. Marky was like full of himself. I never met Tommy. I got into, well, not me, but the band got into a little argument with CJ Ramone one night, the guy that replaced Dee Dee, but no big deal.
What? No, there isn't there a beef between two of them, like over a chick or something.
Oh well, what happened was, and if this is what you're referring to, was dating this broad, right? And then Johnny like moved in and stole her.
Yeah, I think that is what
But Johnny married her and stayed married to her until the day he died.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I mean, is it really that bad? I mean, he could have forgiven him at that point,
Yeah, it's not like it was just some fling,
Listen,
like
you steal my girlfriend, you're gonna get punched in the face, and then I'm gonna forget about it.
Right. That's like how a guy's just doing his fucking thing, man. If the girl's gonna do that,
I
shit.
never understood that. Like, a guy would be like, "Man, my fucking girlfriend is it." I'm like, dude, well, first of all, you're an asshole, but I mean, don't worry about it, man, because if a girl's gonna do it, she's gonna, if a girl's gonna cheat on you, that's just like her personality.
Yeah, and there ain't no stopping it, man. And the dude's just
nothing
doing
you can do about it. It's like if somebody's gonna drink, they're gonna drink.
Cheating in a relationship is totally on the lady if she does it, because guys will fuck anything. I don't get mad at a guy because they'll fuck whatever if it gets naked.
Exactly.
Now girls have morals and shit. They won't do that kind of shit. So if they do it, they do it with feeling. They do it with love. They don't fuck just for fucking.
Yep. And like you're saying, a dude's just doing what he does. You can't hate on him for.
Dudes will pay for it. Broads don't have to.
I've had two of my friends come up to me back like out of high school. Two of my friends came up at me like one with one girl, one another was like, dude, I gotta tell you, man. She came at me. I didn't want to, dude. And I was like, dude, you're a guy. If the girl gets naked in front of you, you're gonna fuck. That's it. I mean, now I'm mad at her. Just whatever.
That was like what happened to me. I think I told you guys the threesome story before. And I felt like shit, but I'm like, dude, what was I gonna say? No, like, fuck, man.
No way. No way.
I ain't no queer. I mean, shit, man. Women can be crazy, and like, I don't want any of the women that watch me, Joker, or anything getting pissed, but
Oh, I don't care. Watch me. Everybody gets mad at me for anything. I don't care.
Like the saying goes, anything that can bleed for 7 days without dying ain't human.
Buddy! Disgusting.
You never heard that one
I eat at
before?
that table, for fuck's sake. God dang it. You got rooted for me, buddy.
I just remember this old motherfucker I used to work with at a grocery store told me that, and I'm like, you're right.
Dude, I worked at a construction site, dude. I've heard them all like, oh, like the guys, any girl on a construction site is the fucking hottest girl in the world. Then you see them at the bar afterward, and you're like, oh, what happened? And then,
right?
And then you'll hear these guys that are like just fucking single guys, have been single, like they're like 60, they've been single since they're like 40, like me, and they're like, nah, I need a mile of her shit just to see where it came from. You're like, oh my fuck.
When you're surrounded by dudes all day, yeah, man. I've been there where, I'm at a job site and a mail lady comes walking by delivering mail, and I'm like, hey.
Everybody stops. Everybody just stops. They're like, whoa, hey, you see that girl? And then you see, they'll all be talking about her all day at work. You see that fucking Marissa or whatever her name is, the insulator or the electrician, and then you'll see her at the bar like on a weekend, and you're like, oh, what happened?
Oh, it's fucking hilarious.
It's the fucking truth. Man, those guys on this job site are just fucking. I mean, and it just goes to show that any guy is a fucking perv. Dude, I've met like these guys that work construction that are like fucking. They go to church on Sunday. They got a wife and kids at home. The girl will walk by we were just talking about, and they're like, "I fucking really fucked the shit out of her." And you're like, "Dude, what happened?" I don't even go to church. And I don't even do that kind of shit when a girl walks by.
Yeah, dude, I've heard some shit on job sites to where I'm even like, oh god, dude. And then I gotta look like the lame on everybody because I'm like, oh, that was kind of nasty, dude.
Yeah, I get that a lot. When I be at places, they don't think, oh, I got tattoos and I'd smoke cigarettes at the time. They'd be like, oh, that guy, this and that. And someone would say something like that, and I'd be like, oh, buddy, what do you think your wife thinks about that? And they're like, what? I'd be like, totally being serious. And they'd be like, they look at me like, they look at their friend like, what's he saying? And they'd be like, oh, and like, dude, that's fucked up, man. What would your wife say that about a guy when he walked by?
You ain't one of us.
And he's like, you fucking, I'd fucking be pissed as fuck. And I'm like, well, now you know how she feels, buddy. Sorry, not sorry. But, I've been in almost all my relationships I've been cheated on. I've never cheated, dude. And I know how it feels to get cheated on.
You're like me, dude. I think that's one of the most evil fucking things you can do to a person.
Well, I've always been like, if I tell someone I love them and I want to be with them, that's it. That's the way I am. And then, like, because I've never, I hate to see these guys that are married and shit. And they just go out and they fuck around all the time. It's crazy. And I'm just like, man, I've had some pretty hot women. I'm 40. My last girlfriend was 21. She was banging. And I've never fallen on one and gone, oh my God, that's the one, buddy. Oh, that's the, you know what I mean?
Right.
You turn off the lights, they can be whoever you want. It's all the same.
Yeah, I just do, man. I just, cheat. That's just evil, dude. Like, somebody, you trust somebody and they're fucking, and then I don't see how somebody can come back after doing something like that and look that person in the face, and it's like,
I don't know, man.
It's just nasty.
I'd be like sitting there in the house, and they'd walk in, and they'd be like, "Hey, how you doing?" And I'd be like, "I didn't fuck her. I swear to God."
I swear.
I pissed myself a little bit, boys.
Oh, buddy.
Yeah, that shit happens. John Rich, what's up, man?
I was smoking a cigarette. I had a nice.
John Rich is a fucking little
going.
Bitch.
The stream was going, and then I zipped up, and something obviously went haywire because pissed.
You ever see the one where Bubbles he's got to pee like this when he's outside? He has to pee with his hands. I was like, you gotta give it the swivel because you gotta stick it out. You gotta give it the arc or whatever. It's fucking hilarious.
I was watching a Sex Pistols documentary, and Steve Jones walks out of the bathroom with just piss all over his pants. And this was like, he was like a grown ass man. He wasn't like tiny little Sex Pistol. And they're like, Steve, what's that on your pants? And he looks down and he goes, oh, that's piss, mate.
Oh, piss, mate.
Did you guys ever see the picture? The picture that Flea says he swears to gosh he doesn't remember any of it, dude. There's a picture of the whole band standing against the wall, and Flea's just got no pants on, dick just hanging out. The shirt on, everything else, just no pants on. Everybody else is standing there with pants, fully clothed. Fucking Flea's standing there just smiling bigger than shit. You can tell he's wasted. Fucking dick just out.
Why would somebody? Why
And
would
he
somebody who
says
was
you don't
wasted?
remember.
Why would somebody who was wasted sit there with their dick out? That doesn't make
I
it.
don't know. He swears that picture never happened. He said he doesn't remember that. Never even fucking nothing.
Would they draw a picture of you, motherfucker?
No, he was wasted, blacked out. Picture he doesn't remember.
Them dudes used to get fucked up, dude. A bunch of them are all fucked up on heroin and shit.
Oh yeah, Flea and Anthony were big time.
See, I wasn't sure about.
They were
I know Anthony.
neighbors and best friends since 8 years old. You know that, right?
What's that?
Flea and Anthony Kiedis were neighbors and best friends since 8 years old.
Oh wow, no, I didn't know that.
Yeah, true story.
I just remember watching, like I think it was a documentary, but Anthony Kiedis talking about his real dark days with the heroin.
Yep, they were buddies on that shit together.
That was like what's his name, Mike and Alice in Chains and Lane Staley.
Yeah, Mike McCready.
What's that?
His name Mike McCready.
Yeah, he was the one that was on Celebrity Rehab and did his thing, and then fucking they
that's
found
Mike
him.
Starr. Yeah, Mike Starr.
Mike.
Oh, Mike Starr. That's right.
Mike McCready got so greedy he started shooting shit into his feety so nobody would see the needle marks that went greedy.
Wow.
Oh yeah, Jerry Cantrell is the guitar player. Never mind.
Yeah, and dude. I mean, luckily he did a lot of the backup vocals and shit on there, but the New Chains, that's the only thing that's saving it is the fact that Jerry Cantrell did a lot.
Jerry Cantrell wrote every single song that Lane Staley ever sang, dude. Lane Staley didn't have no artistry. No, Lane Staley had zero artistic input on that band. Zero.
You serious?
Yep, that's the lead guitar Jerry Cantrell. He writes every single song, note and lyrics for that band.
He put out solo records that was really good, man.
Yeah, dude, he's badass. Yeah, no, dude, Lane Staley was a hired gun, buddy. That's it. He met him in a club, and that was it.
Dude, that dude could fucking sing, man. I liked his style, dude. Like,
well, it wasn't his
I just
style.
remember fucking.
It's actually Jerry Cantrell's fucking style of singing because that's how Jerry sings. So he had to teach Lane how to sing that way.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but you know my favorite Alice in Chains song is, Dakota? I nearly lost you. Let's take it off somewhere.
All right. Hold on one second, guys.
You come there with your funny joke.
Just kidding. Little down in the hole.
I got a brown hole.
I got one. You said you wanted a funny joke. I got one. Man with world's smallest penis, Shane L.Y.
Yeah, but I heard Shane walked into a bar and pulled out a tiny piano and a 12-inch pianist. Hi-yo!
Hi-yo!
Centimeter, buddy.
Shane L.Y.
Probably millimeter.
Is he here?
He probably is.
No, he's not here.
He stalks me terrible.
Honestly. Oh, you all right, John?
John,
no, he's dying.
Down in a hole.
Oh yeah. Here.
I always like that one. That won't last forever. I'm gonna turn out right. I always like that one.
I don't know how to play that one.
And then I hate to say, because you guys know I love Phil Anselmo, but when he went up and did the song "Wood" with them,
Wood.
That's a good song.
Blam, blam, blam.
Yeah, he didn't do a very good job.
Was he maybe like a little drinky?
I think more of a little
Dopey.
Yeah.
Shooty.
What are we talking about?
It's cool because if you watch the Cowboys from Hell home video, like you can see back when they were all like, finally got their break and they're out on tour. Like when they were all young as hell, they were hanging out in hotel rooms and trashing the place and shit. You got your Kurt Cobains and your Lane Staley's. Rest in peace, by the way.
All
Did you
of
ever
them in Seattle. Scott Weiland, Chris Cornell, Janis Joplin, fucking Jimi Hendrix, Kurt Cobain, fucking Lane Staley. I mean, you can go Andrew Wood. I mean, all of them, buddy.
Oh, wait, you know what my favorite Alice in Chains song is?
What?
Okay, this is really one. I'm not going to fool around anymore. No, I'm not. Why would I do that? It goes like this. I nearly lost you. It's taking off somewhere. Why would I do that, Tacone? I'm fucking hungry. Yeah. Pass me a cracker.
He said,
With some peanut
pass me a cracker.
I need a Snickers.
More Alice in Chains for you guys. I'll just do some more Alice in Chains. Sorry, I won't give no more. I'm done.
They should let me write those songs. I need a Snickers.
Oh,
I heard Chains because my parents were real into Alice in Chains when I grew up.
I wanna fly.
Your mom's probably.
What was that one song that they sang?
Yeah, actually, you're right.
What was that one song that they sang?
Mom's not even 60 yet. She's that kind of shit, dude.
Oh, no, okay, now this is for real. I'm not going to say nothing goofy. This is for real my favorite song.
Honey.
I nearly lost you. And it's taking off somewhere.
That's an inside joke I don't get.
I know.
But just started now.
Every single song sounds like that from him.
Well, like I said, it's my favorite Alice in Chains song because that song is from the Screaming Trees, and like vibracious to say that, and then just to keep singing it over and over and slamming it into your head, and then like when you wake up tomorrow, you're gonna be going, God damn it,
Joker fish. You'll get a message from me halfway through work tomorrow, motherfucking yeah.
Kimura, they're on the outs with me. They're on my not cool list.
Who, Kimura?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm a little butthurt over that because, like I said, that's the third
my buddy
time.
Big Dams. How dare you?
That's the third time, dude. Jim from Kimura, he's like, yeah, I'll come on, and then just fucking doesn't. And then he'll say, "Oh, my bad, something happened." You know, yeah, I understand.
Go have fun with your memorial show. Fucking getting $20 a ticket and going back to your job at the fucking Autoport store. You prick.
Yep. You're right.
Kimura, what the these guys are like, yeah. Yeah, what the fuck did you play? You know,
I'm actually bummed they broke up, man. And everything points that of course I don't know it because I'm not, in the band, but everybody that's left the band blames it on Mark Hunter saying he's just a mean person.
No,
everybody hated Scott Weiland in his band. They wouldn't even play any shows with him, and as soon as the show's done, he had to leave the building.
Yeah, it happens, but a lot of singers just fucking get that
lead singer disease.
Is that Joker?
It's lead singer disease.
They all get just big-headed.
Dude, that's like when I met the guys from Modest the Mouse because I went to a house party with the guys from Minus the Bear. He walked up to Jake and was like, "Hey, Jake," and shake his hand. And Jake was like, "This is my friend Ryan." And I went to him. He looks at me, just looks down at my hand, looks back at me, and just starts talking to Jake again. You
should have like slapped him and put your palm right at his jaw and
no. I just said, "Oh, you know that girl that you didn't supposedly rape? She went to school with me. I knew her."
Jeez.
We did. She went to our school. She was a year below me. Her name was Sarah, and he had to pay her mad money, dude, to keep her quiet.
Who was it? You said that was James Maynard Keenan that blew that kid off, right?
What?
Okay, was that James Maynard Keenan you said that blew that little kid off?
Yeah, through Tool.
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
Tell Joker that story. That's probably one of the most
where me and Jake from Minus the Bear were at Red Line and Tool got done playing the show and the little kid was the only one left. I didn't tell you that story?
Yeah, I think I've heard it. But go ahead, tell it again for the folks out there that haven't heard it.
Oh, well, we walked in to the Red Lion. We didn't even know that there was a tool show going on. I was hanging out with my buddies from Minus. We were at the Metropolitan eating food and like having steak dinner and shit. First time I ever had a Kobe beef steak. It was fucking awesome. Anyways, then we went to the Red Lion down the street and had drinks in the bar there. And we were walking in. Some kid was like, "Oh, that's Jay." They got a little couple autographs. No one else really knew who it was. He didn't bother too bad. Then we went in and fucking as we're going in, because everybody was there waiting for Maynard to come from the show and go, and because everybody knew he was staying there and get autographs and shit or whatever. Well, we went in and they kicked us out at 2:00 because drinking time's 2:00 here in Washington. They kicked us out, so we go out to the waiting area, and there's nobody left there except for a dad and his little like 12-year-old, 10-year-old kid standing there, and kid's got a tool shirt on and a poster, and there's no one else in there. And I even turned to the people and I go, "Hey, I think he already came because the lobby was completely full a couple minutes ago." And Jake goes, "That was like 2 hours, buddy." I was like, "Oh, it was like 2 hours ago." so I probably already came because no one's still waiting. And they were like, "Oh," the kid was like, "Oh, like this, you know." And they thought they must have like some inside information or something, you know. And then we're standing there.
This is the drunken guy, but anyway.
Yeah. So me and Jake are just standing there. And Jake's fucking hammered, and I'm just fucking hammered. We're standing there, and he fucking elbows me. He goes, "Come on, check it out." I'm like, "What?" I look over, and he goes, "It's fucking Maynard. He's coming in right now." I was like, "Oh, fuck. Maybe he just came in late then." And the kid's dad seen us looking over there, and he bumped his kid and said, "Look, so now I look like an idiot, right?" They're like, "This guy's just an asshole. Just trying to get us to leave."
Drunk.
And he runs up to he's got a big Sharpie, and he's got a poster and a tool shirt. He's, Maynard. We just have a poster. You gotta fucking love the tool. And he just looks down at the kid and goes, "Can't you see I'm fucking tired, dude? I'm on my way to my room." And just walks up the stairs.
You know what I would have done? And I would have gotten arrested for this. I would have made him sign that poster. I would have been choking him as he was signing it.
Yeah.
I'd be like, "You're going to sign this, you prick?"
I was like this, and Jake goes, "What the fuck?" And I just yelled out literally loud, "That's fucked up!"
That's fucked. Real fucked.
He didn't care. I've seen them play twice. The first time I watched them play, he didn't even fucking come on stage. He stood behind his PA, and it was a middle of the day concert. So it wasn't very, he's like, it's a festival. He's standing by the PAs, and you can just barely see him standing there leaning against the PAs in the background, just fucking singing like for an hour, and then he quit. Then the second time I seen him, he was here in Spokane, Washington, and he played the concert hall we were playing the very next night. So we were taking the stage after him, so we were there in town already, so we watched the show. The Tool comes out on stage. They do like this really dark lit fucking instrumental for like 10-15 minutes, and then he comes out on stage. He sings a song. He goes off stage. They go into like a keyboard solo for fucking 25 minutes. He comes back out, sings 45 minutes. Comes back out, sings fucking one more song, and leaves. End of concert.
Wow.
And you could tell it was totally fucking him lip syncing because it was like the vocals were way too crisp over everything else. Like, way too crisp.
That ain't right. That's not right.
It wasn't nothing like that, but I remember being disappointed. It was my first chance to meet Phil Anselmo. I was 14 years old. Pantera played the Civic Arena with Soulfly and Morbid Ain't, dude, it was a fucking killer show. But anyway, I go out back by the buses, and I'm waiting. And there's this lady there with her daughter, and she's like, "Yeah, nobody's too sure if Phil's going to come out and do a meet and greet and blah, blah, blah. But, you know, this is the spot where you'd meet him." And I'm like, "Cool." So I'm standing there talking to them. And as time's passing, more and more fucking people, it's building up, man. And I'm right up there. They ended up putting like a barricade up. Well, the fucking back door opens up. Here comes fucking, you know, watching their home videos and shit. I know all their crew guys. I'm like, that's definitely Pantera's dudes right there. Holy shit. You know, there's the lighting, you know. And then fucking here comes Phil. Everybody starts fucking screaming his name, dude. He puts his hand up. He starts walking over like he's going to come over to the barricade. Dude, everybody just pushed forward and started charging him, dude. He fucking turned around and ran back into the fucking arena. I'm 14 screaming at you fucking asshole. Dude, I was so fucking pissed, man, because I was up in the front. So if he would have came up, I definitely would have at least got a handshake or something, you know?
Yeah.
And all these people rushed him, and he turned around and bolted back into the arena. I was so fucking pissed.
Well, I got to meet like one of my all-time favorite superstar heroes, and it was awesome. I mean, it was after an Exploited show in New York City. I was hanging out with the drummer, like when he was breaking apart his stuff. I was, just chatting with him, drinking a beer. And then I'm like, all right, man, take care. So then I knew Waddy was downstairs in the band room. So I just go down there. And Waddy's surrounded by all these like kids, right? Funny because he's tiny. And all these kids were tiny. And I must have looked like I was 7 feet tall. Because I just look over, I'm like, hey, yo, Waddy. And he turns around, right? And I'm like, yeah, man, what's going on? Great show. Thanks for coming. Blah, 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 blah. He's like, that's exactly what he said. Right on. And I took off because I'm like, I can't talk to this guy. I don't understand the fucking word he says.
Serious, man. It's always cool, like somebody you look up to, man. Like, as long as they're not an asshole. Because I could see, like, that was always my fear growing up with meeting Phil. Was like, I've heard so many stories of him just being a fucking complete dickhead. And I remember thinking, man, if I finally meet that guy and he's mean to me, I would be crushed.
Well, I'll tell you what. If I ever met Johnny Rotten and he didn't tell me to fuck myself, I'd be crushed. Like if Johnny Rotten was nice to me, I'd be disappointed.
Really?
Fuck yeah. It's Johnny Rotten. I don't want Johnny Rotten to be my buddy. I want Johnny Rotten to tell me to fuck off. And then I could tell all my Sex Pistol friends, hey, guess what? Johnny Rotten told me to go fuck myself. And they'll be like, that's fucking awesome.
That's hilarious. The first time I fucking met him.
Past the hour, and I don't even know what my dick is.
Dabby dab, 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 dab.
Oh, buddy, I just did that, but I'll do another one.
Oh, okay.
Bastards.
Are we saying to come?
Haven't?
I got to meet some really cool folks. I got to meet the Fly one time, Jeff Goldblum.
You met Jeff Goldblum?
I smoked out tough and
yeah, I met him at a restaurant in LA.
Fucking mushrooms. Sturgill Simpson, one of my fucking all-time idols, dude.
That's fucking awesome.
My aunt
I got a fucking quarter ounce of fucking bomb-ass Washington weed and a quarter ounce of mushrooms, and they were fucking stoked.
Yeah.
And then I heard him sing, I seen Jesus play with flames in a lake of fire that I was standing in.
My aunt goes, turn around slowly, but a major celebrity just walked in. I turn around, it's fucking the Fly.
Like a real fly?
I think one of my favorite, one of the coolest movie celebrity peoples I met was Kane Hodder.
That's awesome.
He was super cool. I got a really cool picture on my Facebook of him choking me.
Did he die?
Hell no.
Oh, I thought Kane Hodder died. Who's the one that died?
I don't know. I mean, there's been a bunch of
horror. One of the guys played Jason or Michael or fucking one of them guys just recently.
Oh, Leatherface died recently. I think Leatherface died.
Oh yeah, Toby. Shit, I forget his name, his last name, but yeah, or Tobias. Fuck yeah, you're right. He did. He died.
All right, Dems. I'm gonna give you an update. Okay, first of all, it's 24 past the hour. Second,
about the hour.
Fourth quarter, 3 minutes 51 seconds left. Pittsburgh just scored a touchdown, 19-20. They're going for the extra point right now.
And I shot up a load of heroin.
2020.
Hold on. Wait, Steelers are winning?
No, it's a tie ball game. 2020. Fourth quarter, 3:51 to go.
Pittsburgh.
Wait, if they get the extra point, they win?
No, it's tied, and there's 3:50 left on the clock. And they just tied it. So now there's it's a tie game, 3:51 in the fourth quarter.
I think that's what Ben told that one girl. If you just let me have it, you win.
I wonder what happened with his ear. What that result's gonna be.
With who? Oh man, that was scary.
I guarantee you, fucking a month laid out. That neck shit's no joke, man.
It looked more like his back, like the way his neck crunched. He grabbed his back though.
Oh, God, just hearing the way you described it's so fucking cringy.
I'm sure you could see it on YouTube by now, but man, it was.
It'll be all over the fucking news tomorrow.
Yeah, oh, especially up by you, yeah.
Where in the fuck did my shit go?
That's
buddy?
the one fucking thing, man. And like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if like years down the road, fucking football ends up being like outlawed or something, because they're just all the studies coming back of like how harmful the head injuries are affecting them years down the road and shit like that.
It's not that, dude. It's the fucking doctors they go see that are fucking them up, dude. Because I played professional sports. I broke my legs. I broke my ankles. I broke everything, dude. I have zero athletic pain, dude. And I played all the way up until I was 30. I played semi-pro up until I was 30
Yeah, but the
years
brain's
old.
different than a bone.
Oh, buddy. I've hit the goalpost with my head. I've knocked myself out with other people's heads, dude. I've done all kinds of crazy shit on that motherfucking soccer field.
Yeah, soccer players get a lot of head trauma.
Yeah.
They give a lot of head.
Fucking suck, dude. I got elbowed in the fucking elbowed in the nose how many times.
Slob in the knob.
I
Buono's
told you I
knob.
seen that kid kill himself on the soccer field. I seen it happen, buddy. Like, dude, that was fucked.
That's
terrible. Crazy.
Yeah, dude, he was going full speed, dude. Fucking corner kick, just full speed, just goes lays out for the header, and all you hear is boom.
Oh man, I just seen this video, man. I mean, it's not sports, but it's a head thing, and the guy ended up dying. It was this dumb fuck with a torch cutting an old railroad fucking, a rail in the railroad, and he was standing right in front of it, and the fucking pressure from when it finally cut flew back and cracked him in the fucking head, dude. Killed him.
Damn.
Like, why? Like, first off, man, like, even if it's not metal that's like under that much pressure, you're never supposed to stand with your face directly over it.
No.
And it flew back, dude. Sent that motherfucker sailing.
I'll bet, dude.
Ugh.
That's disgusting. I can't watch shit like that, dude. I can't.
See, that's the thing. Like, people are laughing and shit in the comments because, I mean, you don't see anything gory. He's wearing a mask and all that. It just looks like it hit him and set him on his ass. But it turns out it fucking like crushed his fucking skull and killed him.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude.
That's a bad day at work.
That's a huge
Yeah.
piece of metal. And it looks like it's when a huge piece of metal looks like a piece of rubber, you best look out, buddy.
Yeah, get the fuck out of the way.
Oh fuck, dude.
I don't work jobs like that.
Oh, see, yeah, you're like me, that joker. My boss gets pissed at me all the time because if I even look at something and it looks dodgy, I'm like, hell no, motherfucker.
Yeah, that's why I had to go work union because I was working that commercial shit and they were telling me to get on things. And I was like, oh hell no, buddy, I gotta go union. And I was like, you get up there. I'm like, nope.
Climb ladders, no. My feet don't leave the ground.
No, that's why I don't fly, buddy. No.
We'll see. Well, I'll fly, but no, like if I'm working and shit, I won't climb no fucking ladders. Hell no.
My grandma used to say, I'm scared of the same thing, Ryan. I can't fly. I'm afraid I'm just going to die in the sky. And I'm like, Grandma, you're definitely going to die in the sky. You're going to die on the ground like a lawn dart when that motherfucker just goes.
What the fuck?
Dude, you're not going to die in the sky. Like, I can't fly. I'm going to die in the sky. I never said I was going to die in the sky. I'm going to die in a plane. It's just going to go lawn dart.
I have to go.
And then they would hate me on a plane that was going down because I'd be in the cockpit like, give me them controls if we're going down. I'm getting a shot at this.
I'll take this motherfucker over. That's the one thing that bothers me about it, is if something would go down, it is literally, there's nothing I can do about it.
You can't even try to save yourself, buddy. You're just done. Because I've almost crashed in a plane, dude. It was not fun, dude. It was like, that traumatized me so bad. Like, there's people that couldn't even get up and walk off the plane. They had to come and get stretchers for them because people, like, dude, we all thought there was people on the plane going, we're all going to die and shit. And fucking, oh, fuck, dude. Not good.
Hold on 1 second. Fucking dog, man.
Oh, buddy.
Go do that. He just jumped right on top of my youngest. He gets all fired up. and doesn't realize that. Get him in there now. Go put him in there. Go, Loke. Now. That's why he shouldn't have took his collar off.
Oh, sick.
He was probably trying to bite his neck.
Yep.
Yep. Yep. Let me get some of that little kid in me. I can't find my dab tool, buddy. I'm a fucking goof. All you Nigel's thinking that I'm soft.
Never a dull moment. First off, this is what I always try to explain to him. 10 o'clock, I don't want to hear anything. It's in my I'm done being servant. Dad's not here. And I still don't get that.
Dad's not here when you're sleeping, so go your ass to bed.
This is when I sneak out and go meet my hoes.
Yeah, on the internet, man. They come to my house via wire. And when I wanted to go home, you just go and they go home.
Yep. Control Alt Delete.
All my girlfriends that are on my iPad, dude, they look way hotter than the girls I can get at the bar too. So it's like crazy.
Dems. Puerto Ricans asked, "Who's in the red room?"
He went over that about 7 days earlier.
That's Decone, man. That's our buddy Decone. He's in the red room.
Oh yeah.
I get it. My bad.
Yeah, no, I do that when I come on Dims. I always
see the way he did it. You see what he did there?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, if you notice, every time I come on Dim's show, I always turn my room red. That's the first time he's ever said anything.
I'm always too lost. There's something going on.
Yeah, because you've never said anything. I always expect you to, but you never do.
My bad.
It's a little hidden thing. I wanted to see if you were my real friend or just my pretend one.
What the fuck?
I'm just kidding, buddy. I never thought that, but it sounded funny right now.
Loki actually bit Caden in the neck.
Oh, come on, Loki.
Buddy.
That's inappropriate, man.
No, he always remembers. I guess Cole came up the one day yelling about Loki was trying to bite him in the neck.
Yeah.
What happened was, like, I don't know. He put like a rubber band on his face. And you're
yeah. Okay.
He put a thing on his face, and he goes, "He tried to bite me in the neck," and I've lost it for like 3 days, just laughing.
I remember now. Yeah, he gum banded his mouth shut.
And the dog's probably sitting there like,
Yeah, he was just laying there, dude. I turned around and looked to see what was going on. And he's just laying there like nothing's going on. I'm like, what the hell? Face. And I'm like, there's a gum band wrapped on his damn mouth. Who did this? Kids, man, Jesus.
I saw a video where
they keep you on the toes, man. That's for damn sure.
They were fun making them.
You ain't
They're
no
fun
afraid.
watching them leave too.
Well, see, shit's crazy now, man, because now it's literally I don't, like
Yeah.
I'm the only one here now, so I'm stuck with it all.
You got Dims. You got to get yourself some of these lights for your fucking movie theaters too, because I'll show you like how I can change it to any color spectrum I want. I can change.
I remember you actually showing me. Yeah, there was like all them.
Yeah,
it's fucking sick.
So you got your rooms any kind of color all the times. You don't have to get different bulbs and shit no more, buddy. That shit's over.
Now, are you able to set that thing on like a time where it stays this color for like a minute?
Yeah, I just keep it just like this, or you can go to a program where you can do it like to go to a certain speed, and you can either put 6 different ones on there, 6 different colors that rotate at random, or 6 different in a pattern, or like you do 1 or 2. It doesn't matter. See, and when you want to pick this is how you pick your colors too, dude. Like seriously, like when I say you can have like any fucking color scheme, I mean any color scheme, buddy. Because look, this is how you move around on this color graph.
Oh yeah, and there's that phone app or something, right?
Yeah, and so you just move around in that little. You secure a little light bulb, and you can move it up here to like just straight up bright.
Oh, nice.
Just move it down into the colors. If you can, a goof like me, and move it in here, or go green. Yeah, man.
Jaman.
I do that one. I like that kind.
Score.
Oh, it has all the different kinds too. Like there are already preset ones that are cool. Like all these ones. You can go like bright day. Whoa, what happened? And you go. You go like a candlelight. You can like candlelight date night, like what happened, and it flickers like a candle. Oh, cigarette. And then you can do move the. Oh, here we go. The green garden. Oh yeah, man. Here we go. Green garden. And then you push play and it does like. I mean,
right.
So now, boys, can we talk about this ghost experience that I missed out upon?
oh,
Yeah, Dakota, man, my kid has been like blown away since that's happened, and now every time I'm on
I'll play it.
streaming, he's like, "Is Dakota on, or are you streaming with Joker?" Like,
I'm gonna put it on for Jokerfish right here so he can see what we're talking about. So we're sitting there talking, and my thing was making weird noises. Like every once in a while, I'd go say something to Dims, and I would go, "That's great," and then the thing, it would come back at me like an echo, but it'd go, "Roar," and then like the next word would be like mimicking me, but in a growl. I'd be like, "Damn, you Dims." Well, what the fuck, dude? It was tripping me out. So, anyways, it stopped doing that for a while, and then we're sitting there talking, and Dim goes, he's done a story, and he goes, actually, hold on a second, he had to go deal something with his kids or something. I don't remember. And I'm just sitting there going through my coins, and all of a sudden, it goes, what'd you fuck you say? Or like, what's that fucking sound? Or no, what's that fucking noise?
like it said, "What's that sound?" It was fun, dude. It's crazy.
Me and Marcus picked it out on the car we were driving. We put it up loud, and it was oh, what the fuck is that? He goes, what the fuck is that? He goes, what the fuck is that?
Ghosts don't curse because they have to show decorum in the ghostly world.
You're about to hear it, but we're going to change your mind here real quick, okay?
Like on the CB, you can't curse.
So, like, every time, like, I have my phone set up on this, like, little coin tripod thing, because when ghost type things happen, I want to be able to just, like, push it, record real quick. So, I just had it up here, and I had it pointed at my my iPad that I talked through, because I just pushed record without, like, making too big of a deal of it. And then this happened. I'll show you. Where's that? And now I can't find it. Oh, here it is. So you hear me do the. Be saying something. Jim's will be saying something. I'll say something. You hear it go roar. It'll growl at me, and then after that, when he says, "Oh, I gotta go do something," I'll be right back. Just start really listening.
Okay.
You don't have to listen too hard. It just rolled it over. It's like the one that flew was a broom. We were talking about ghosts too, which is really weird.
Oh yeah, it is funny, man. Yeah, once this fucking bullshit passes with the old lady splitting and all that, I'm gonna have some shit up for you guys. I kind of want to give a sneak peek at the B-roll footage I got going.
Yeah, buddy. Oh, there's the first one. Why is it doing that?
I find some fucking dead deer carcass with fucking maggots crawling out of its ass.
Oh, buddy.
Dude, I filmed it, man, and I'm like, yeah, that's gonna be awesome.
Disgusting.
Damn, tell Decon my last comment. Alright, what is it? Decon, if I get high with you, it won't be in your place.
Yeah. Oh, come on. Dude, Chad was standing right here with my girl partner and everything, standing right here talking to me. I seen it, but you're standing here, the broom from the corner picked up and then threw at him, and it barely missed him. He jumped and missed it like this, and then fucking ran out my door. He's fucking.
Is there anything like creepy around where you live?
Not really.
Like there ain't no cemeteries or
Nope.
fucking.
No, it's just they follow me, dude, everywhere I go. It's been at the other house when you watch my video where I'm talking about the drunk news gold and silver report, where the light on my visor I used then, you had to push the button down, and I turn it off. Put it up, sit there talking to people for a while, and then all of a sudden it turns on as soon as I said gold. It was like, bing! That was crazy.
Fuck. See, like I said, man, that happened to me, man. They seemed to follow me around for a few, like, years. This is what's coming. It's just like, I swear, I don't know why, but when my youngest son was born, it just stopped.
I'll be back.
I don't know, like, if he has something to do with it, but...
No.
It was crazy, man.
You just realized that like they can't hurt me, so you're like, oh well, fuck it. But they'll be back again. They always do that. To me too.
Yeah, man. That was the other thing I was saying. It would go in spurts for like months. There would be fucking weird shit going on, and then it would stop.
Yep.
But I'm going on fucking a few. Actually, hold on 1 second.
Okay, start listening, Jokerfish.
What right the fuck
was that? Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy.
That's fucking creepy.
I'll send you the actual video. You gotta hear that part.
It sounds like
me in the reflection. You see me in the reflection of my iPad, and I'm just sitting there going through coins. Dim jumps up and leaves, and it even looks like it came from Dim's house because his microphone thing goes. You know how when you say something from your side.
Special report, emergency interruption. Okay. Steelers are going for the winning field goal. 4 seconds left. The kick is up. It is good. Steelers win.
Oh, shit. Steelers.
Thank God Roethlisberger was there to hold the ball.
There was a team in Oregon where they got the...
you said Oregon.
What's that?
Oh, you said Oregon.
Well, yeah, whatever it's called. Oregon. They got one of those like schools there and a football team. And you know how like they'll have like a kid or something or a guy like he goes and runs and gets the tee and runs back before the football men come and trip over it. This one team has a dog that gets the tee, and the dog runs out. He goes grabs the tee and runs back and just like drops it, and it goes like bouncing. And it was the funnest thing. It was so fun to watch.
That's cut up.
That's awesome.
You know, he sits there and he's fired up to do that.
Look at this quarter I found today. It had a dime stuck to either side of it. Look.
Yeah, but how come ghosts make noises and communicate through electronic devices?
I lost it, buddy.
See, that's what I was always confused about. They say, I guess there's like they pick up shit that we don't hear.
Like, look, like I got one of these old like trans-system radios, like a Trans Am radios.
No, Trans Am radio.
You know, like it gets all crackly.
You able to do it.
My thing was doing the thing again.
What's that?
Fuck.
That's I think they use shit like that. They use the white noise or I forget what it's called now.
Yeah, because like
white noise. You're right.
Oh, well, then you can find music like this. Oh. And a ghost like that. But
yeah, they do.
Did you ever hear of like a ghost box?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what they use. The white, it's the white noise. It's pretty much the same concept.
And you know what it sounds like to me? It sounds like the white, the ghost box is just going up and down on these like AM stations or FM stations or something.
You're correct. Sir.
But and I have two theories on that. Like number one, like I have, like read about stuff and seen those like shows and stuff and documentaries where they talk about all these electronic devices and how the spirits and the ghosts and all them dudes can like talk through the the electronics and the stuff that's like in the air.
It's electronical. It's electronical, sir. No, it's not. But I said that.
But then, if you have a ghost box and it's going back and forth, and you are hearing radio stations because I don't know what they use, but it's it sounds like
they're saying that they're taking those channels. The ghosts are manipulating it to make the channels say what they want them to say, and stop on the on parts when they want them to stop on.
Okay, because because you'll pass like people talking about Jesus and talking about and then you'll pass the Mexican the Spanish channel, then you'll pass like the talk radio station channel. Words that is that what you're telling me? Like they kind of pick up or sounds that they
they'll stop them on the patterns that they want them to stop. Like it'll stop the channel on its channel when they want them to say. Like if they're saying that's mine, it'll stop it on its channel as saying that's mine, not them saying it. Not like the actual ghost using its own voice.
I hope they don't talk during a hockey game.
They won't already.
Ignorant fuckers are gonna ruin the game.
I don't give a shit about you, Ghost. You could do whatever you want. There's 20, we got 20 minutes of fucking time in this game, so don't mess around.
Don't you cock around.
Post game all you want. You could fuck with the post game all you want.
Don't mind me. I'm just doing housely chores while we're online together.
Because Tacone, when I'll come looking for that ghost. I'll be like, yo, why you ruining the game, homie?
You're messing.
I'll be like, remember that time back in
They won't mess with you, Jokerfish, because they don't like scaring people. They just fuck with me and Dims because they know that they can't scare us, or so they fuck with us. People they scare, they don't like to mess with them. Because people that they can scare will rat them out so they don't tell anybody.
I'll suck that prick up in a vacuum cleaner, motherfucker. With a coffee filter. That's the key. You need a coffee filter.
Fucking best. I told you already, you're best.
And you send that prick to the dump.
Yep.
Guy trying to
straight peanut butter and jelly sandwich, half eaten sack.
Listen here, ghost prick.
Listen here, you ghost prick. Quit sticking your dick in my mouth when I yawn.
That was funny when you were saying that. I'm like, they could be standing there and you don't know. Yeah, they're sticking their dick in your mouth when you yawn.
Yeah, they are, dude. I know there's tricksters like Jokerfish. If he was dead, he'd do that shit.
No, I'm not a dick in the mouth kind of guy.
Well, your friends would be. The people you hang out with would be, though.
I don't think they do it to me because I think that even when they were ghosts, they're like, if he fucking finds out what I'm doing, he's gonna kill me.
Yep. Kill me dead. Deader than dead.
What is that? There's some crazy shit going on, man. I'm still like reading comments from that fucking weirdo, and I still can't get over this dude.
Oh yeah, what is your stream starting with? What's up with this thing? I read your title.
It's this fucking dude I was following for a while. Like, I actually was enjoying. Like, he got arrested for mocking the Quran in his country. And they actually threw him in prison for it. When we got out, he was granted asylum here, and he was like I just liked how he was like, all for free speech, and he didn't give a fuck. He had balls on him. Well, now all of a sudden he starts coming out with this that he thinks it's wrong that pedophilia is a crime, and he believes in consensual sexual contact with even 1-year-olds.
Oh my fucking god! Yeah,
he
doesn't believe
in penetration until they're 8. Like just some.
Guy.
Yeah, dude. I'm just like blown the fuck away, man.
Yeah, you gotta quit that guy.
Yeah, I
did. Quit that guy.
I'm doing it. I'm done watching
because when he does go back to prison, now he's gonna get killed.
Oh yeah. And the people that he's staying with, they better boot his ass because
they better be like, yeah, excuse me, Mr. Asylum Seeker, my get out of here, before I stick this fucking baseball bat upside your face.
Mr. You're seeking the death penalty by Hell's Angels, motherfuckers. Please don't come in my house again.
Yeah, because I will make a phone call to 1-800 Hell's Angels and be like,
no, they'll do it in prison when he gets there.
Oh, okay.
Oh, dude, and because there's some computer people, they can find out where you're at, dude. They track down his IP address and show up at his fucking house.
Oh yeah, buddy. He's in trouble. He said that in public.
Yeah, you can't walk around saying, "Hey, you babies. I love touching kids." Everybody should do it.
Remember that guy.
Like, if I was on the train, if I was on the train, I heard a guy talking like that. First of all, I mean, I'm not gonna like act violent and because probably somebody else would. One of the crazy brothers would just crack him in the head, but I would just be so fucking disgusted, man.
I actually got a assault. One of my assault charges was because of something like that. I was on the bus when I was 19. We were driving around on the shame train, going from one place to the next, and this guy got on the bus and there's these little girls up front. He said something like about these little girls, and this guy was like 40, and these girls were probably like 15 or 16, and he said something like, you know, sexual to him. And I just fucking came from one seat to the other and just fucking knocked him out snoring style, dude, right where he sat. And I fucking got in trouble for that shit bad.
Yeah, you don't really want to be doing that too much.
He didn't even see it coming. It was great.
Oh shit! Hold on 1 second, guys. Do your thing. Ow.
Everybody used to say, Joker Fish, everybody used to talk shit. They go, you don't want to fucking talk shit to Cone. That fucking guy's 19. He knocked the fuck out of his 40-year-old just out. It was funny.
Well, I mean, look, you got these people, and look, you can say whatever you want, man. Like, you know,
my friend told him don't say it again, and he said it again, and I just came from the other seat. And,
well, like you know, here in the States, like, okay, you could say whatever you want, but that doesn't mean somebody's not going to punch you in your fucking mouth. You know.
That's straight up, dude. You can say what you want to me. I made it just take it, laugh, or you might get punched. Just a react to the fucking reality of the situation and the risk you take. I don't care about jail, dude. People got me fucked up. What am I gonna do?
No jail.
Either go to jail and sit there and wait a couple days, or stay at my house on the computer and wait a couple days. Same thing.
I'm not going to no jail, so I'm not punching anybody in the mouth. But
well, I will. I'll do it for you.
I'm just saying, like, there's people out there that would.
I'll do it for you. I'll do it for you. I like doing that kind.
Oh, Sean, what's going on, man? With John Rich over there. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, meow. Girl, my girl. She I don't know any word.
Okay, here we go. Here we go. You didn't sing it, buddy.
Who, me?
Because I was waiting for you.
Oh, I only know the words.
Hey boys, I gotta fucking cut this.
All right, Debs.
Single daddy.
Yep.
Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'm gonna be streaming a lot more, as you can tell.
Right on,
You
man.
start another one.
Right on.
You start another one.
All right, well, you guys
You start another one.
have a good night. All right.
See you, boys. Woo.
Peace.